good? It's your boy Chaos, and I am back with another video. If you did not go watch my last video, go watch it. I talked about how to make a Techpack so that you and your manufacturer can have a good communication bridge between each other and you can get the product that you want and save you time and money. I'm about to tell you how to effectively communicate with them and find a good manufacturer. All right, so first step is know your budget. The reason I say you want to know your budget is because different things cost different prices. Leather is a taxed good over there overseas. Also, knowing what garment you're gonna get made, as in like a hoodie or a shirt or pants or jeans, skirts, whatever you decide to make, understand that certain garments do cost more regardless of what material you use or not. Like generally, if you were to get a jacket, it is gonna cost more than a t-shirt. T-shirts don't require a lot of fabric. A hoodie does require more fabric. Also material, like I said, leather is a good that's kind of like, it's luxury if you want to put it like that. It's luxury, like having leather sheets compared to having cloth sheets. There's an upcharge. I will tell you to go research some of the fabrics so that you do know. But I will tell you that the most common fabric is cotton. There are different types of cotton: comb cotton, sapima. It's different type of cottons. Make sure you research what type of cotton you really want. I want to talk about manufacturing from China or Pakistan. If you want your time to be cut in half and you don't care about quality, does sometimes is impacted, but it's not always that case. The cheaper route is always not the better route. Now, if you go to China, you will be paying a little bit more, and you also will have an MOQ there. That's another thing that Pakistan does not have, is they have low MOQ. So you will probably have to order 50 to 100, whereas in Pakistan you can order maybe 10, 15, maybe 25, even on the low end 50, but it would be cheaper. So you kind of can take your pick on that one, depending on where you're at financially and where you are when it comes to time. Again, like I said, cheap does not always equal the best. When it comes down to these manufacturers, you can find a cheap manufacturer in China, but that does not mean you're guaranteed to get the best quality. So it boils down what the manufacturer can make and what inventory they do have. So try to go to a manufacturer that makes leather goods, purses, things of that nature, and try to get a cheap price. That's just not going to happen. You can talk them down, and I will say negotiate. You got to understand they have to make a living over there as well. Goods are cheaper, but the USD currency is going to cost you. To learn how to talk to them like they are a child, you have to understand there is a language barrier. There is a language barrier. Talk to them like they're your niece, nephew, son, daughter, or whatever. There is a language barrier. You have to understand English is not their first language, so you need to explain to them in basically a kindergarten level. Also, people that have a language barrier, they will try their best to understand you. You just need to make sure that you break it down to the point where they can efficiently. That's why you go look at my other video. And if you already watched it, the Techpack helps. The Techpack helps tremendously. It can show them pictures, and they can get words. And if there is a mix-up, the Techpack can be the middle bridge. So you might tell them one thing and you might get a different product, but if it was on the Techpack should have been followed to the T. If anything is wrong with the Techpack, they should and will let you know most of the time. I'm not gonna lie, it is up to you to also check in frequently. Sometimes there has been instances where I have had a manufacturer when I first started, they will make their own choices. They have to let them know to keep you up to date. Don't do things without my permission. If there is something that goes wrong, please let me know. Like, you have to be upfront, you have to be proactive and not reactive. At the end of the day, communication is an art. I will be showing you on my computer some of the Alibaba messages that I get, just so you can kind of see where I'm coming from and understand that you need to ask the proper questions. Questions, and they need to have the answers. Not think that just because you have a good Techpack, you're going to get what you want. There are discrepancies in this, okay? So you can make the perfect Techpack, they still might have something like a question as in, hey, we don't have this type of fabric at this weight. Would you mind going down? At the end of the day, that's a choice that you need to make. You don't need to let them make that decision. If you say you want 250 GSM, they only have 200, it's a big difference. Understand that. There's a big difference. You'll be able to tell, especially if you choose, like, let's say you get, like I said, there's type of cotton, comb cotton, regular cotton. There's cotton terry, that's a little bit thicker. Like I said, you need to understand that anything that you're going to get made, you need to effectively communicate with them back and forth so you can 100% be satisfied with the product you get. All right, so number 4, this is the one I think everybody misses and doesn't really get. Trial and error. Some might have the right price, but not the exact thing that you want. So with that being, if that is the case, tell them, hey, I want you to get this, because most manufacturers can make everything depending on what they specialize in. Because like I said, some cities and manufacturers specialize in different things. Like I said, you might go to this faction and you might be able to get a handbag for cheap or a handbag for expensive. You go to this one, they do handbags for cheap, but they do jeans and denim. They have different factories specialize in different things. And then you have some that are abroad that can make that can't make them. I'm not gonna lie to you, you have to find the perfect medium, because there might be a time where this factory does have everything you want and need, but their price is just crazy, which is okay. You have to find the perfect medium. Like I said, I don't really work with a budget when it comes down to this, because I know at the end of the day, if I know my sample would be correct, when it comes to production, it would be perfect. My sample can be correct. I think the most I pay for a sample is $500, and I paid $500 for a pair of leather and denim jeans. I will put those up, but I paid a premium for those because I was using, like I said, leather, and I did have a cool wash, like an Acne Studios type of wash on my jeans. So at the end of the day, I was okay with paying that. So you need to find your budget, find a medium that you want to pay. Understand that these things aren't cheap, by the way. If you want to go the more affordable route, you should probably go to Pakistan, kind of test it out and see if you would like it. But if you want to invest in your brand, go China, take the risk, and kind of understand that there will be trial and error in that. Big safety tips so that you do not get scammed, and you also understand the quality, that different manufacturers can make the same thing, but it can turn out in different quality. If you have the money, if you have the funds, please get 2 samples made from 2 different manufacturers that you feel comfortable with. That is the best thing you can do, because there will be mess ups in regards to, like, they might do everything that you want, but you don't like the quality of it. It's just like not what you want. Like I said, but I'm trying to help you minimize those mistakes so that you can get what you want in one go around. And I've only had about 1 to 2 samples mess up, and about 15 to 30 samples that I have gotten made. I've only had 1 sample mess up, and that was a simple error as a button that fell off. And I mean, like I said, that's just a quality issue. But rather than just me saying that I like the garment, another thing is, if you are gonna get your samples made and communicate with these, understand universal. The universal size is medium. Most people wear a size medium. You know what I'm saying? Size small and medium are like the most common. Size small, medium, they're like the most common sizes that sell in stores and things of that nature. So when you are tasked with finding a manufacturer, you are going to go here. First off, we're going to do, let's just say a product. Let's just say a backpack. Let's say you wanted to make a cool backpack like a Goyard backpack that's being made. That's pretty popular right now, right? You're gonna go to suppliers. The main thing, like I said, you're gonna want to make sure that you know what you're even going there for, because a lot of these, they can make similar to what you want, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna probably have to be very specific, and there's gonna be an upcharge because they don't usually make certain things. So we're gonna go look up a Goyard bag. So now that we have this Goyard bag, we are going to put it in the search right here. And it's gonna come up with manufacturers that you can, that suppliers that are able to make this same thing. So as you can see, you go down, you wanna do verify suppliers, because at least if you are in, you can do trade assurance as well. So this guarantees your money. So just in case something messes up or they try to scam you, you can get your money back. Because I wouldn't just charge it back on Alibaba. It's probably gonna lose your account. $7 to $8 or $9, that's the minimum order quantity would be 500 pieces for that to get that price. So you need to understand, like I said, prices. Minimum, this has a low MOQ, 10 bags. So like you see, this is like a smooth Goyard bag. You can see, like I said, all you can do is send an inquiry and try to be specific and send them your Techpack. When you do, I will show you an example of this. All right, so look, as you can see, these are some jeans that I'm getting made, some denim I'm getting made. This is what I end up sending them, and this is what I got. So I asked them how much for sample and what is MOQ, and she asked me what weight do I need, fabric, male for fabric, and both. And they're asking me these questions because I didn't send my Techpack, so I have to type in the chat to see. And basically, honestly, if you send your Techpack, it kind of makes it easier, so they can give you a kind of better estimate. But like I said, I usually don't, because I don't want to have my size chart. I'm a gatekeeper at the end of the day, but I give y'all free game because I love y'all. So she said their MOQ is 50 pieces, which is good. Everything's sounding good. And the sample cost is $150. And I said, how much per piece per bulk? And they said it will be known after the price. Like I said, sometimes they won't be able to tell you what the bulk price will be, because in production there are changes, things change, like I said. So be able to be flexible. Don't be so stern on the price that was given to you. You see what I'm saying? Understand that. So then I asked to see the fabrics. You see, when you ask to see the fabrics, that's a big thing. She sold me the fabrics, as you can see. This is what I would need. I would like that. Same with this. This is canvas. This is good. See what I'm saying? That's an example of what I was able to get. She explained to me the colors in this picture are all needed to be washed out to achieve this effect. So she's telling me she basically can do it. I said, I will pay ASAP. Simple as that. It's that simple, literally. And then, like I said, I will go down and show you a manufacturer bullshitting me. And yes, he's from Pakistan and not from China. But I'm not gonna sit up here and bash Pakistan manufacturers. I want y'all to make y'all money, but understand that when you do work with these, like I said, there's a language barrier. They do have different things going on. So understand that there might be a little mess ups and everything. So this guy Raza, by the way, I'm gonna let y'all know, do not work with him. He's probably gonna BS you, but nonetheless, I sent Raza these jeans. I already got them made, I already got my sample, right? So I sent him these, I told him everything I needed. He said I would send you samples, no problem. Mind you, my materials are leather, right? Leather and denim, and they have a wash to it, right? This is why I say communicate with them, understand, because if I would have went in business with him, I probably would have got scammed. So that's just the truth, honest. Okay, done. I will send a payment link today. Could you send payment link for jeans? I had to ask him again. Later today. Hello, doing well. It's been a while since we last met. Do you have any new project needs? Recently, we're here to support. I said, yes, you never sent link for pants. He's hitting me up for new stuff. He never sent me the link, right? He said, I told him how much is sample. Now it's $100. I thought it was $200, right? Then we keep going. Like I said, please show me more materials. This is another thing too. I don't care about the price. You don't need to care about the price either. You need to see if they have the fabric and everything that you, because this is the thing. They can take your money and then now they can make whatever and say, oh, this is all we had. Like I said, communicate with them. Make sure you communicate. Communication is an art, like I told you before. Communication is not a one-sided thing. Communication is Juan, and Pablo. See what I'm saying? Talking to each other. That's communication. Communication is not one person just talking. See what I'm saying? So communication is an art. So like I said, I would like to see before the end of your workday today. Okay. I said, can I see the materials, please? At this point, I can't say at this time in life, I was desperate to get these pants made because I did have to have an LA trip planned. I wanted these done before then, right? Said, I hope we have communication a lot better during the production process, right? So I'm already telling him I'm willing to work with you, but you need to, you need to speed it up. So I said, okay, are you going to send materials? He said, yes. Conversation was left on red. I never ended up working with him. And that's because I did not effectively get communication from him. So with that being said, like I said, know your budget, know your materials, send it into them, communicate with them, find out that they do have everything that you're looking for, place your order, and you should be good. If you follow all those steps, you're going to get what you want. And go look at my video and send them a great Techpack so that you can get what you want. It's that simple. Making clothes is not hard, but building a brand probably is. I love y'all. I love doing these videos for y'all, but I got to go. I got 80 videos to edit and clothes to make. So stay sane, man. New crib, new whip is here. I love y'all. We out.